And in other news now, tenants in an apartment building in the capital city have some serious complaints. They tell us bed bugs have been an ongoing problem and that management is not taking steps to get it under control. As Renee Cooper reports, for 2.5 years, tenants say they have been living with anxiety about their homes becoming infested, sometimes for a second or third time.
Behind me is Crescent Manor. It's considered low-income housing in Bismarck. I will not be going inside today to protect residents, myself, and other KX News staff from potential coronavirus spread. But when I visited a few weeks ago and spoke with several tenants prior to social distancing guidelines, they tell me something totally different is spreading around these apartments.
They were attacking me. They were biting me on my body. I had a place on my chest that they had got me. Places on my back neck.
James Sprague has been living at Crescent Manor, a building managed by the Burleigh County Housing Authority, for about 2.5 years. His apartment has been treated for bed bugs 3 times since then. One treatment was as recent as a month ago.
Yes. This wasn't something that you brought in?
Oh, no, gosh, no.
He's not alone. When I showed up, I expected 1 or 2 tenants to speak with me. Instead, about 15 to 20 people greeted me to air their complaints and their fears.
When was this first reported to the Housing Authority? Do you know when?
April, almost 3 years ago.
And do you remember how long it took for any response to come?
Quite a while.
At its worst point, Marcella Knight says the infestation spanned 3 floors.
Well, initially, yeah, because we had no idea where to look for them.
Barden says by the time someone fessed up, the infestation was pretty bad.
Maybe 25% of the units, for a rough guess.
Did I know that there was bed bugs here? No. Had no idea what they were.
Dwight Barden says everyone who moves in is notified, unless they moved in while the Housing Authority was still trying to pinpoint the problem. But I heard this same statement from several tenants. They tell me people were not notified before moving in.
We need to straighten out that office over there.
They don't tell us anything, and that communication's been a big problem, and we've addressed it with them several times.
Barden says the Housing Authority is now monitoring for bed bugs every other week by checking these traps in each apartment. Knight and many others say otherwise they love living here and don't know where else they could go. But in the end, that shouldn't stop anyone from speaking up. Reporting for KX News in Bismarck, Renee Cooper.
Now, thankfully, Sprague and any other tenants we sat down with do not currently have a problem. But the Burleigh County Housing Authority says there are still about 3 infested units currently in Crescent Manor. Tenants fear this isn't going to go away anytime soon.